Hello everyone and welcome back to another Fortnite video. In this video we have the DreamHack opens hits 1 and we have EU players dominating on the NAE East region. I'll leave you with the leaderboard of the hit ones and some gameplay of Benji and Mr. Savage as well. Please guys, make sure to like the video, and also we are really close to 1,800 subscribers, so if you haven't yet, please subscribe. I'll see you in the next one. Until then, bye.
If you start listening to the critics and the people like us who don't even place in these events, probably not going to have the best.
Speak for yourself. Speak for yourself.
I'm sorry,
I could
Evan.
be placing.
When was your last placement? I apologize.
Well, I actually did play EU Heat 2, and I qualified through to the semis, but unfortunately I was casting, so I couldn't play.
Oh.
And I would have been able to play. I would have probably qualified in Heat 1 of this, but obviously I'm here casting with you, so wasn't able to do it. But it's not about me. It's not about me. It's about this rotation that Benji and Savage are about to make, looking to impulse their way in. That Shockwaves comes in handy and landing right onto some loot. A gift from the Fortnite gods, and frontside zone, free refresh, or somewhat free refresh, right? The material's not necessarily being refreshed to what you may have liked, but regardless, a nice pit of loot to stumble upon, and now the rotation continues. Savage leading the way, Benji looking for potential fragging opportunities. And the thing about these guys is that those roles can switch interchangeably, and both players can do their job incredibly well.
Benji just takes a shot. I love seeing that when players are rotating with the shockwaves or crash pad, just like, hey, what's up, height? I'm gonna take a pump shot at you, let you know I'm here, and then go play mid ground again. It happens so consistently that if you're not aware on height, you're gonna get smacked on a regular basis or not up high enough. And we see these guys now, they're looking to make a play on height. They do beam down one player, and it's not enough just to make it through these games. Benji and Savage want to win this. They're taking high ground. Not the best materials, 300 wood on Benji. I'm sure Savage has the hard materials there, and now they own the high ground. This is it for them, Levin.
Yeah, this is going to be really interesting to see how they're able to play this one now. I am very curious of their material situation. I'd assume Savage has way more material than Benji, but you know, the potential for them to kind of throw this one away is still there. When you take height, you know, relatively early, you know, people can start to plot against you and really start to make your life difficult. And you saw a player on the backside there was taking an engagement with Benji, but now obviously you see this is the advantage of having high ground, right? Being able to kind of spread the zone and really tower above everyone and cause the lobby problems, right? Force everyone down, force everyone into each other. And even if you're not able to pick up the direct eliminations, you're causing so much havoc. You're making your life way easier by thinning out that lobby.
Yeah, these guys are pros. They've been here, done that, especially these two within this situation itself. So good at closing out games, and the materials aren't there. Now it's time to make a play. We see them do this before they're fully out of mats. 2 builds here on Benji, and it's that give and take. Do I want to give up the high ground, or do I need to go make a play now? But if you just let other players continue to build, you can hold height sometimes without even really doing much. Savage does go down, pick up some mats. Oh, and that should be more than enough for these guys to win the game. If both Savage and Benji have 300 materials, another Elim comes down. He accidentally throws down the crash pad, but it's gonna help him a good bit as he doesn't fall all the way to the ultimate low ground. Easily able to make it back up to height. Does grief his mats a little bit. His teammate Savage right with him, ready to close out this match.
Yeah, and I think, especially with how the mats are starting to drop down, they're going to start to consider dropping down themselves and really starting to force the issue, close this game out and pick up all the rest of the eliminations with it as well. And you see Benji does opt to go down. The shockwave play comes up from this player, but it's not going to matter, because when you have Savage and Benji in your face, you're most likely not going to stay in the place. I'm doing a bit of rhyming, you know, I'm trying to get my my Shire Wager rap god on here.
Hey, just a couple more food puns and you're right there, Levin. Now we're switching over to the phase guys, Thieves and Replays. Hopefully they're not going to be going for some trick shots during these games. He does hold that sniper rifle. Replays getting tagged up pretty big as they're rotating in. Now these guys, again, a little below, similar position we saw Krizux and Jelty in. you know, one good game, two pretty solid games get you right back in the fold. It's that consistency. If you can't have that huge pop off, like obviously these guys have yet to have that, or maybe they're just waiting to.
Yeah, and you talk about OGs, right? And OG duos and OG players. Fees and replays. You know, this is a real throwback for me, right? As someone who, you know, doesn't necessarily get the time to really pay attention to what they do on a regular basis. Now, seeing them playing in this event brings joy to my eyes, and hopefully we can see them start to pick up some success. You see Thieves here, hitting the nice shots. Will they actually pounce on this, though? I wouldn't blame them if they did, because he did so much damage there initially.
Yeah, it looks like it. They want these elims, and they know you gotta secure the elims. It's 55 points for a victory royale, and then 5 for an elim. So if you can rack up multiple elims plus win the game, you can easily have a 100+ point match. And when the threshold, like you said, Kinch gave us an estimate at about 500. You know, having a 10 elim game plus a win, that is going to put you exactly where you want to be to continue to move forward. 5 of those and you're big chilling. Not that it's easy to do that, right? I'm sitting back here saying just get a 10 elim victory royale, but some of these teams have the ability to do that over and over again. We just saw Benji and Savage do it themselves.
Yeah, most definitely. It's not something that's out of the range of possibility. And I'm sure it's the standard that they set of themselves regardless. So ultimately, it'll be fun to see if they'll actually be able to do it. You know, it is always interesting, right? Because with the ability of having Heat 2 to play, you know, you do maybe see players taking a bit more of a risk, right? And sometimes you see the complete opposite. You know, I've heard of players who, you know, they try and slow things down maybe a bit too soon in the Heat 1, and then in Heat 2 deciding that, hey, look, enough's enough, I'm gonna go berserk and really just go re and defabs, right? Where you just W key and don't stop. So
it's definitely interesting. I always see Heat 2 as the more stressful of the two, because Heat 1 you can play, be open and free, knowing that you have that Heat 2 in your pocket if everything doesn't go well for you. When it comes to Heat 2, it's do or die. You can't qualify after that heat. And again, some of the top players aren't going to be in there. As Thieves is jumping in a box, he does get one elim. There's another coming through, and nice little piece there. But like I was saying, you know, the pressure is on in Heat 2. But again, the top 250 duos are not going to be in that heat. So a little give and take there, 11.
Yeah, most definitely. And I just want to highlight that great play there from Thieves, right? Gets in the box with the crash applied play. You know, he misses the first shot, but it doesn't matter because he's able to recover and he takes on 2 players, right? That is no easy task to take on 2 players in a close box engagement and coming out on top without even needing the help of replays there. Amazing stuff from Thieves. If they can kind of stay in this kind of form, right? Hit these shots, make these great plays, these box dive plays, which, you know, become so
are wrapped, and we have our 250 teams moving forward to the semifinals tomorrow. But which other 250 teams will be joining them? Well, we're going to find out in about 30 minutes, chat, because heat number 2 is going to be starting just then. But before we get into that, we have to talk about what we saw here during heat number 1. Levin, 2K, and Somebody's Gun have been your commentators all day. But Levin, my God, we were freaking out just a few moments ago because we have the leaderboard updated, and you know what, hopefully we can just pull it up right now and jump into it, because in first place it's none other than TaySon and ThomasHD. 819 points, 5 victory royales, 99 eliminations.
All I can say, and everybody knows what I want to say, EU on top. I can't believe my eyes. You know, we're sitting here waiting for the leaderboard to update. It updates and I'm seeing they won their final game with 22 eliminations. Come on, TaySon, why you have to do NA like that, man? it's just outrageous. The scenes right now are next to none. I can't believe I haven't seen anything like this in ages. It's ridiculous.
I didn't even think that we were going to get 700 points, which also shout out to Zucky and Chucky who did reach 700 points, but 800 points, Gun. This is unheard of.
Yeah, to finish a tournament like that, now we don't know what the lobby was like, but nonetheless, they were in a solid, like, ELO level with some of the best players in this tournament and finished with 22 eliminations. Are you kidding me? Like, some teams can't even drop 22 eliminations regardless. But, hey, congratulations to them. And, hey, everyone else that qualified.
Yeah, tons of big names that you guys can see up here in our top 10, and that's just the 10 teams that made it through. In the top, we still have 240 other teams that qualified through, but which 5 teams barely slid by, and which 5 teams didn't make the mark? There you have it. 507 points is the threshold, and of course you can see that there was a lot of teams with 507 points. The tiebreaker goes to the team with the most victory royales, and after that, the highest average eliminations. So congratulations to the 250 teams that move forward to the semifinals tomorrow. And if you're not one of those teams, well, heat number 2 is going to be starting in just 30 minutes. But gentlemen, we got something more important to move on to. It was